Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our RealBird hands-on workshop. We're glad to have you here this fine Friday morning. We got a lot of exciting things to share with you today. We actually had 3 webinars this month. We're trying to share as much as we can to help you become successful. Hopefully, RealBird is part of your success or has been part of your success. If it hasn't been in the past, it can be in a big way. Good morning. My name is Eric from agentwebcoach.com. I am a guest host on this webinar here today, and I'm also joined somewhat behind the scenes by Gabe Gross, one of the owners and developers of RealBird. He's with me in a support role here today. Good morning, Gabe. I don't know if you can hear me okay. I don't know if I can hear you, but welcome. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Everybody's saying good morning. Everybody's excited about some of the features that they've been hearing about. Well, we're going to put those new tools to work so you can see how to make more money, how to sell your homes faster, how to get more people connected with you. This is what it's all about. RealBird is always coming up with new ways in order to dress your listing so that it can be seen by more people, and it can be seen by more people and clicked on and shared and viewed. And we want those people to show up at giving you a call, show up as a lead on your phone, on your text, so that they can put an offer on the home. And RealBird does a great job of creating what I call kind of like a closet, a wardrobe, all the different ways that you can take your listing. They've come up with all different ways you can take that listing and share it, and all its reiterations. You look at a listing, and a listing nowadays used to be, hey, here's a listing, come and get it. Now there's coming soon, hot property. Hey, we got a new price on this home. We've got an open house. So these tools are now available. And they're available to you and as a RealBird Pro member. Now, we have some guests today with us that are not members of RealBird, and they're checking us out to see if it'll work for them. And we have a special offer for them at the end of the webinar here today. But we're really excited to jump right in and share with you some of these tools and to talk about how they can make a difference in your listings and moving your listings forward and dressing them up so that they are seen and sold. That's what it comes down to. So first of all, I'm going to dive right into RealBird. Oh, by the way, there's a chat box on your screen to the right of what I'm sharing with you, and you can make some comments, ask some questions, and we'd love to answer those questions as they come through. We're a little mixed up today. You'll see my name in there, Eric, but you'll also see Gabe's name in there, and we kind of switch roles today. So I'm Gabe, and he's Eric today, but still feel free to ask questions, and don't hold them off till the end. Use them, put them in the chat box, and we'll respond as fast as we possibly can. We've got a large crowd here today, so we're going to move right through our content. We are recording this session today, so that you can come back and review and see how you can put these tools to work for you. I work with a lot of RealBird clients as kind of a marketing coach. That's kind of what I do, to help agents put all the parts together. And of course, RealBird is one of the most important parts that I work with my agents that I work with. This happens to be one of my clients. Her name is Jessica Couch. She's in the Sacramento area, Sacramento, California, and we're putting it to work. We literally put this to work right away as soon as we got her up and going. I'm going to share you, first of all, that the listing marketing. So when you come into RealBird, log into RealBird, the dashboard is the first thing that you'll see. That hasn't changed much, but if you go into the third tab over, is called listing marketing, you're going to see it looks different. What you're going to see, it's more compact, easier to get to the tools. You can actually go to the tools right here by clicking on the picture or clicking on one of these two. You see that if you mouse over, you have the same tools that you had before that were kind of on the side, but this way it's a little more compact so you can see all your listings. I had a lot of clients, RealBird clients, that they have 10, 15 listings. Just scroll through all of them. It takes a while. So this has been more made more compact. And so here's the links that you know and love that you can get in there, and you can add and change your photos and edit listing details. There you can change the status, set your open house dates. But there's a new tab here as well that is opens up to the possibility. So this is actually everything. Once you click on on the second tab, you'll get everything. These are all the new tools. We're actually going to launch one today, and I'll show you some past success that we've had. I want to jump in here and show you, while I've got you in here, I want to show you that there is a new unbranded virtual tour. Now, most MLS, after doing this for 18 years, with agents, working hand in hand with them, I learned that most MLSs across the country want, for your media link or your virtual tour link, they want a link that's unbranded. And this is the unbranded. This is the new unbranded tour, and you can see it's got a small overview. It's got these, like the photo gallery, so people can flip through. You can see that these are big, beautiful pictures. They can also click through the pictures here and get them to change. Notice it fills my screen. I'm on a 32-inch monitor, and these pictures look awesome and fast. This virtual tour is very fast. Now
Hey, Eric,
yeah.
One thing I'd like to mention here regarding this virtual tours, we just found out yesterday that somebody called that they used our old tours and those worked fine in the MLS, and then they used this new tool, and they got the DNS error, domain name server error, and it turned out in the end that the MLS field where they copied this link didn't take as many characters as this link has.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
it's easy to fix, and most MLSs will not do this, but I'm just telling you in case, because since you're here, just remember, easiest way is to shorten the link either with Bitly or Google or something, or you can just take out the address part of at the end of the link. So if you go back to that link, it says the address is there. That part, if you delete that, the link works just as well, and it's, well, I guess.
Maybe not today. So
Well, no, I think you took out too much. Well, maybe.
Hey, it's okay. There's a great tool called Google Shortener. You can search
If
for
you
it in
can
Google.
shorten it with Bitly
Yeah.
or Google, and then
Yeah.
it works fine.
So this would be the link that would work, that I paste in there. You'd be able to see it. Yeah, and that's what it will bring up. Okay. So I just went to Google, searched for Google Shortener, pasted the URL in here, and then click shorten URL, and it gave me that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I like this. To me, this fills the screen on whatever size screen they have. It's mobile friendly. It meets the requirements the MLS has for an unbranded. Some might ask, why is there an unbranded? Unbranded, it means that MLS can then syndicate this to agents and other brokers, and they can have it branded to them so that they can be the buyer's representative and bring you an offer. How cool is that? That's a great thing. Okay, so that is the new. No, the legacy one is still in there, and there's a branded tour in there, and that's still in there, and that works fine. You see, I put an image in the background so we get an idea of what the rest of it looks like. This is on a 32-inch monitor. Obviously, if it was on a smaller monitor, you wouldn't see as much of this happening on the side. Okay. All right. So the old one's still there, but this new unbranded virtual tour is a great thing to be able to share and be able to share. So the key is great photos and upload the photos to, don't just be uploading, small, degraded, MLS, grainy, blurry photos. That doesn't work anymore. You need good quality photos. When I upload photos, I try to do photos that are at least 1,600 pixels wide. And RealBird, I found it has no problem handling that size of images. So think of an image at least 1,600. It's actually better at 1,800 and 1,900, and I haven't had any problems. And the pictures will be crisp and clean. Don't just scrape them off, maybe because they're already on the MLS, and take them from there. Try to get more of the raw version of those photos, and it'll look better, and it'll represent you better. Okay, so we've got these new tools. We talked about the listing marketing has a little different layout. Familiarize yourself with it. It's done in a way so that you can see more of your listings at one time, and that you can jump in there to work on them and be able to share them. Okay, let's and then we talked about the new virtual tours. So let's talk about diving into the new lead capture landing pages. And I'm going to do this in real time and actually do this for Jessica. She has a listing. It's a listing that she wants to promote, and one of the great places we've been promoting is in Facebook. I'm going to show you first of all one that's already live on our website. Let's see, we started this I think we started this last about 10 days ago. Let's see, October 14th. So yeah, that's almost 2 weeks ago. And we are able to, she has open house consistently happening on Saturdays and Sundays to get this home sold. And we actually boosted. I've had a lot of great success in boosting posts. And I'm going to show you actually how I did this, but I'm going to do it with one of our other listings. I just want to share with you that, that obviously Facebook is one of the places you can use these new landing pages. This is posted within her Facebook business page. Okay, I just want to show you that promotion and show you some of the successes. So we spent $45. It's ran for 12 days. We've got 216 clicks. Anytime you can get 216 clicks for $45, I don't know, what does that turn out to a click? That's actually pretty good. I've been pretty successful in getting inexpensive clicks. Where I've seen other people pay a lot of money. You don't have to do that. Now, obviously, while I'm in here, we created a specific audience for this listing, for this boosted post. But we used the tool that was given to us from RealBird to be able to use that one. So I'm going to go ahead and click Learn More. Where does that go? It goes to here. And notice it has the picture in the background of that house. And what is a landing page? A landing page is basically, think of like a horse. You're putting blinders on the horse, and you want to not have the visitor distracted by what you want them to engage with. And notice there's nothing at the top. There's no navigation at the top. There's or bottom. Someone can share it, and it's already been shared a few times, which is pretty cool. And you want to see those photos? Great. Who are you? Okay, so I'm Eric. Okay, and there's my phone number. Now I can get this. So a landing page basically funnels people down, gets them excited about it enough to where they're willing to give up a little information to get the rest of the to get the rest of that. Thank you. The information sent is requested and it's on its way. So that's going to actually be in my email. Go ahead and pull up my email, and of course Jessica just got another lead. She knows it's me. She's going to say, "Oh, Eric's testing my tools." That's fine. So in here, give it a few minutes, and then that lead will be in here. Make sure it didn't go in my spam. Sometimes things can do that. So the idea is to capture that person. It's great to have someone look at what you're doing, but if you can have people, okay, it's coming. I'm going to give it a chance here. The landing page is basically a great way to gather this information, and you're not giving everything up front. You're just teasing them a bit, okay? So I'm going to get the open house details because that's what I was asking about. This is for a specific house, okay? So there's a lot of these tools that are available now, and I'll just go ahead and grab another one. This is a listing actually we want to promote. So let's go ahead and let's do a for sale landing page, okay? So I'm logged into her listing marketing. I pulled up the listing that I want to create the landing page for, and I'm going to click here and go for sale landing page, okay? This is what's going to look like. I love it's got got the overlay. And once again, now what I want to do is I want to post this first of all on Facebook. So I'm going to click Facebook, okay? Hope you guys are following me, okay? I know Steve was like, will there be recording this for me to reference? Absolutely, it will be. Okay, I'm an admin for Jessica Couch's business page. So I want to make sure this gets put in her page. So I'll go over here and go down there and add that. There, I want to make sure I post these if I'm here. And you can do all kinds of cool things in here. Did I do coming soon? I didn't mean to do coming soon. I meant to click another one here. Let me do that one again. This is for sale. Well, it's coming soon now. I guess that's fine. They just had a price reduction. Maybe that's a better one to do. Let's do the price reduction one. So recently repriced. Okay. So let's do that one. Okay, let's go ahead and share. Go ahead and pull that up. Yeah, that's what I want to share. Yeah, let's make sure we're Jessica, not Eric. Okay, there we go. This is a just reduced. This is an executive pool home that is just awesome. Executive pool home. in Sierra Oaks. It's kind of a desirable area there in Sacramento. Just reduced, got to make sure you get that spell it right, want to represent her well. Just reduced executive home in Sierra Oaks. I'm going to put Sacramento in there because Facebook, believe it or not, has their own search engine, just like Google has, their own search engine. Facebook does too, and these things that you post in here will actually get found not only by paying and boosting, but it'll be found organically as well because there's their own organic
Hey Eric,
search engine. Yeah.
what is on your screen? Because I think it got stuck.
What's that? Oh, okay. So to refresh my screen. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. How about now? Can you see it now?
Let me see. It shows the recently repriced in Sacramento.
Yep. That's what I want you to see.
Oh, that's what was on there. Because somebody here wrote that they can't see what you're doing.
Okay. Can't see what you're typing on Facebook. Oh, it might be that through the webinar jam, certain fields it won't publish that. That's probably what's going on. So what I was doing inside here is I am creating this ad in here. Let me pop it in again. I think the Facebook has a window, and I think it might not show what's happening inside the window when I'm creating that window. Let me show you an example of here. Here we go. This example. So this would be, say if there's a coming soon, I would do coming soon and Palo Alto, not in the MLS yet. Click below or text code number, because if you have your SMS set up in your RealBird, you can actually enter your text code and have them get there that way. A lot of people are real comfortable getting information to them back to their phone on SMS. Some people, in fact, a lot of people are more comfortable with that. You see all the photos and details, hashtag Palo Alto, or maybe do homes for sale or open house, or here's Julian Lee, she's the listing agent. So yeah, this is the part that's created by what's created by the landing page, but you can add your own stuff at the top. And I apologize, it's not let me show that. I guess for some reason the webinar won't show that. Let me just pop open recently priced. Here we go. Oh, and maybe it looks like, oh, I see. It's a little not quite wide enough, but over here you can see my mouse. This is the Facebook one. This is I see it's cutting me off. I see it's doing what you're seeing there.
Yeah, now you can see a little bit. You can see the edges.
Yeah, just the edges of it. It's kind of weird that it doesn't show the whole screen. But I don't know why.
Maybe if you take that window and you just make it just minimize it. Not minimize it, just rearrange the size.
There we go. How's that? That looks better.
There, that's perfect.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you. Thanks for that feedback. I appreciate that. Okay, so what's cool about this is, yes, I can put this in Facebook. Yes, make sure you're on the right Facebook page I'm posting this at. But you up here, you have a lot of room to say, I see, the pop-up's not showing because this is counted as another screen. And my webinar won't show but one screen at a time. So let me just change that screen so you can see what I'm doing. Let's see, let's show this screen. Okay. All right, there we go. So you can see what I was mentioning is make sure if you're managing more than one page, you put it on the proper page. There's Jessica. So you can see what I'm doing now. Thanks for the feedback. And that's where you're going to add all that information, maybe hashtag, maybe you're add a text in here. You get quite a bit of opportunity to put a lot of great stuff in there. This part is generated by launching the landing page. Okay. And then what I said I was going to make this real, so let's make this real. Pool executive. It's not just reduced. I hate just reduced though. I'd rather get excited about what it has, because sometimes some people jump on that. Some people treat it like a day old bread on the bakery rack at the grocery store. It's like, why is it reduced? How come they didn't buy it the first time? So I'll just put pool executive home. I need to be specific about that. So that's the people that are near here connected with her. Sierra Oaks. I'm going to put specifically the location, because I was mentioning before that Facebook has their own search engine. You might not know that. So you might have posted something in Facebook before, and you found out that you got some results where people interacted with it from organic search and from what you paid. And so understand that that if it's a good ad with some good information, even though it's promotional, it might be that people will find it in Facebook and not through you paying to get someone to look at it. So it's kind of like free traffic. Okay. So this is Sierra Oaks, Sacramento Pool Executive. Oh, I want to put single level. That's a big deal now. That's a big deal nowadays. More and more people have, their elderly parents living with them, and so single level homes are quite attractive. It's more and more, and more older people living back with their families. So Sierra Oaks, Sacramento, single level pool executive home for sale. Take a look. Little call to action. Take a look and that's good. And then I could do like hashtag. Also, I would do like hashtag Sacramento pool home.
You misspelled Sacramento.
Yep, it's telling me that, right? Yep. Thank you for catching it. Sacramento pool home. Okay. I would say single level home. It's a beautiful home. Okay. There we go. So if I post that to Facebook,
I think you have 2 hashtags at the single level.
Oh, 2 hashtag on that. Okay. So let me close that. I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and change my screen over now, so you can see that one on the Facebook. There we go. Okay. So I'm not going to make it too large because I want to show you those tools again. Don't look at my desktop with lots of great things. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm in Facebook now, and I want to post that. Let's see. Here we go. Give me a second. Okay. Open house. There we go. I want to post that. Sorry, jumping around a little bit here. I make sure I'm going in the right direction. Okay, here. So, okay. I've got so many screens up, it's like my program is getting a little bit confused. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, I think I might have closed it. My fault. Sorry, I'm going to only show one screen at a time, and it's sharing this post as one. Let me go do it just in real time here. Okay. Okay. So it's not pulling. It's it shut off my pop-ups. That's what it did to the webinar. Okay. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to okay, and then you're going to share it. Let's say, there we go. I see it's treating as separate screens. Okay, give me a second here. It's getting a little.
Sorry, guys. These things always happen with these webinar tools. When we work in the office or at home, we have multiple screens. You can copy paste and you can lay out your work. And then with this kind of stuff, it's always something that it's hard to test unless you do it live.
You got to do it live. Yeah, it's posted into. And I tested
and there will
I did test before when I did this.
There will be a replay, by the way, Sherry and everybody else. This is recorded and it's on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and I'll send out the recording as soon as it's processed. That's going to take probably till this afternoon, but you'll get the link, and then you can also subscribe for future webinars. I also think that we wanted to show you everything here, and it's maybe a little bit too much in one webinar, but we wanted you to get an overview a little bit. The details, of course, they are in the tutorials, and they're really not that difficult. You can also send us an email to support or ask Eric or me, and we'll help you.
Yeah, it's the pop-up it's disabled the pop-up for me to directly embed it into. But let me just dive through it in here so you can see that they're coming soon. And that's one way to share it, is you can share it this way. You can also share the link, and that of course will probably work. I can share the link in here. Let's say go to the top of it, and I can share that way as well. Yeah, there we go. That's another way to share it, is you can take the link and you can embed it and say, hey, what's happening today? Like you're sharing your timeline. The cool thing about when you do it this way is you can actually upload other pictures. And for that listing sheet, I've got some other images for that listing, which are really cool. Like the pool is like awesome. And you can upload other pictures when you publish it. And
you can also add some extra text in a post like that, so you make it maybe more interesting.
Yeah, so I've gathered some great pictures here, and then I can go ahead and publish this. The carousel works really good. I'm telling you, you'll get more engagement with using multiple photos. But the first one, it pulls it actually from the first photo you've launched inside your RealBird listing, coming soon. And then, yeah, you can add some other things. You see that now I have the ability to be able to call for a showing. And then I could put Jessica's number in there. And then I could publish that. And once I published it, obviously I can either boost the post, or you can place an ad. You can buy, to where you can pay people to basically to see it. And so that I did that by so I'll exit that. So I was able to add that. I wanted to show you that this is the promotion that we had. I'm trying to grab it just to show you that how many likes we got. So I guess we got, so if you divide 45 by 216, that's a pretty reasonable feat. Because I think a lot of agents have just used, a little bit of marketing online, and the cool thing about this, if you do it the right way, for pennies, you can get basically clickable traffic for not a lot of money. Let's see if I can see if I have that one. If I have that one, I think that clicks, well, whatever it says in your calculator, $45 by 216 clicks. It's pretty good, pretty good. If you were to think of the old days when you had to do other types of marketing, that it would be very expensive. And here with a few cents to get people to come and see what you have to offer, it's a great thing. Now Jessica does a lot of open houses, so this open house one is one that she's used quite a bit. Okay, so I was going to show you that so that you can see that those leads came in. So here's the link. This is what I got. Thanks for your inquiry. Here's a link to the property details. So this is going to give me the full listing for that open house that I want information. And you can see we have some open house dates here. 28th and the 29th. This home's open from 11 to 3. This is so important. And if you don't think people read this, they do. So if you have an open house coming up, even if it's a week in advance, put it in there. It will go, it goes away after it's passed the date. But it's so important to use these tools best you can. Okay, I have information, a link to our website, and I got the property details, and that's what I was looking for. I think I did it twice. Yep. Okay. These are landing pages, cannot just be shared on Facebook. You can share them in Twitter. I happen to be my Twitter account. If I pull mine up, you'll see. But you thought this was just for Facebook, and it's not. It's let's see. So yeah, I have a busy Twitter feed, so it's probably down here a bit. Yeah, so You want to be able to share that. Let's see. Oh, it's who I shared it out to. There we go. So let me go back. Here we go. That's the one. Yeah. Google Plus, same thing. I can share it there. I can post. See that? I can share that. Google Plus, post that. Also, LinkedIn.
Eric, Jim wants to know how many actual leads resulted from that.
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't followed up with Jessica to see. I know 216 people, one like on the website, on her web page. I don't know. I can find out. Okay, so that's posting in LinkedIn. You can post in Pinterest. How about that? Let's see. I can pin it. So the idea is, this should be part of your strategy as an agent to make sure that you're using all the tools that you have available. And by the way, in your listing presentation, to show that you have the ability to be able to do this and use these tools, that puts you an advantage over another agent that's not using these types of tools. Go ahead, Gabe.
Yeah. So the question about leads. Online, I get this question all the time. Online advertising is not any different than you printing out a flyer on a piece of paper, and then you still don't have any leads. You have to put it in front of people who are good potential customers for that whatever you sell, and so that is always has to be tested. And it was the same with newspapers. If you remember newspapers, it's the same here. With Facebook and Google, you can target populations. Like, I don't know, if you think that your listing is good for doctors or for Brazilians or for Russians, you can make that targeting. But of course, by just spending $45, if you get good leads, then you're lucky, because it just so happened that somebody who among those target populations really wants to buy that particular product or house or service. And so advertising is always like this. The social media hasn't changed that. It just made it much more affordable, right? Nobody sends $200 every weekend to a newspaper, or $500, or how much that was, and then hopes to get a lead. So you have to experiment.
They don't always come through the they might click and view, but they might call you and they might email you separately. They might not, obviously.
Exactly. So that's the other part is not all leads come in through your online channel, right? So somebody sees this, of course, they fill out maybe the squeeze page if you're using a squeeze page, but they might just call you, and they're gonna, because your phone number is there, and then you don't know if you got it through here unless you ask.
So 21 cents per click anyway. For a lead, it looks like about 7 leads. I'm not going to show the leads that came in, but it looks like about 7 leads came in as a result of these.
Christopher is asking if the screen is locked. Move your mouse around.
Sure. You bet. No, you should be seeing the Facebook.
I think you should re-display. I think I maybe locked it.
I'm just showing the back end of the Facebook admin area, so that you can see the 21 cents a click that we spent for the budget of $45 over 12 days. Can you see that? You see that? See my mouse move?
Yeah, it works now.
Okay. So yeah, we got 21 cents a click. This house still isn't sold. It has an open house. I think we're gonna we have it posted. I think we're gonna extend that because we want to bring more people to bring them to the open house. That's what it's about. So these tools are really cool, and they don't have to just be used in Facebook. They should be used there in lots of different places. And by the way, if you haven't set up your SMS, set up your SMS. It's very it's important to do that, to use that tool. It is an add-on. It's something that I feel is very, very important, and that you should use. I know that. Let's see if I can log in here. Okay, so Susan Rupert, she's another client of mine. She's here's her listings here. Gosh, she's selling all her listings out. But what she does is she sets up a SMS number for each one of her listings, and you can use that. Let's see. Let me show all our active listings. There we go. Okay, so here's one in Ridge Road. This is one that we'll be promoting, and she has an SMS. So what she usually does is takes the street address, and because we've set up she's had me set up the SMS text coding, so this makes it easier for people to get a hold of this information about this listing. This is still, same thing here. We got the landing page. Now, the cool thing is if you have your SMS set up, and this really takes only about 20 minutes to set up, and it costs her under $3 a month, and just makes it easier for people to be able to get a hold of her. And this listing, like I say, it is an add-on, but the cool thing is when you create these landing pages and you have the texting there, it's right there. So in a way, they don't have to fill out this information. They don't have to fill out this information to get the property information. They might just say, hey, I'd rather text. And believe it or not, there are a lot more people that would rather text a number that you set up to your text number. We picked a local one with a local 814, which is State College, Pennsylvania. And they'll get information right away and say, well, maybe I won't be able to gather this type of information. If they text you, they're going to be doing it from their phone. You'll get their cell phone number, which is pretty dang cool. So you'll get the lead that way. Yeah.
Lynn would like to see the analytical page. I don't know if you have it still open.
Okay, for Facebook?
I think so.
Ads Manager? Yeah.
Yeah. But Lynn, you can review this when you get the recording as well.
To be able to get people to click, by the way, I have agents that work with Google pay-per-click, and I know this is not a webinar to talk about, marketing and pay-per-click, but to get this type of clicks, actually this type of clicks for $45 is like unheard of, because clicks are going to cost you anywhere from 75 cents to $3 in a market like Sacramento. So the idea is that you have to be able to spend $45 and get people coming right and clicking on what show you what you have to offer. That's pretty cheap. Now I'm going to share with you that if we're going to talk specifically about Facebook, be active in Facebook. If you're going to choose to use Facebook as one of your venues, okay, to be able to share your listing, make sure that you have an active audience inside Facebook. I've seen agents that'll say, well, I don't want to do, I have my personal life in Facebook, and I don't want to mix the two. And then that's okay. You actually, there's a way to do that you can, set up your Facebook page for your business, okay? And you can post all your business stuff here. It is property search, featured properties show up here, or photos or posts or videos. So actually that one did stick. It just, you couldn't see me post it. Okay, there we go. Actually I posted it twice, been trying to get it to show up. Oh, this one I like better. Yeah, that one. Let me edit that post real quick. Edit post. You said I had 1 too many hashtags. So I'm done editing that one. I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Delete from page. Yep. There we go. So we want to represent her well. Okay, so there's a listing to put a hashtag. I put some descriptive text in there that'll get picked up. I want 2 people have already seen it. I'm going to go ahead and boost that post. Told you I'd show you in real time if we had all possible. So hopefully you're still seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. Usually when I like learn more, that's a great option. Sign up, it's a little too committed. This just gets people clicking more. Okay, I want to create an audience. Let's see. I'm going to edit that audience. I don't want people 13 years old buying that property. So it's actually, it's launching a little slow. Their tools are launching. So I would pick someone. This is an executive home for $770,000. So we're going to pick someone probably that is, yeah, it's not launching. I guess it needs the tool. There we go. See if it'll let me in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so someone that's going to buy an executive home in Sacramento, they're making $75,000. That's probably someone that's at least about, I don't know, I'm like 32. I'm going to actually get rid of Rockland and build an audience here. Let's go Sacramento. Again, I'm spelling Sacramento incorrectly. You guys are watching me live, not making this up. Sometimes it makes you start over when you type. Sacramento, California, yes. And I usually want to go out about 12 miles because this is a move up home. So there might be someone in an area that's in a home that's worth about 550, and they're looking to move up in a nicer neighborhood. This is that area. So I'm going to go about 25 miles out. Gives me a potential reach of about 800,000. I might actually boost a little more than that. Do more like 30, because I like to be around. Yeah, that's a lot of people. That might actually be a little bit too broad, but I'm going to go for it. Okay, save. There we go. So here's what I'm saying is, in a way, I am targeting people that Facebook knows about, but not necessarily that know Jessica Couch. Okay, so I'm diving into their database of people that they know, not necessarily, because I could have picked people who like Jessica's page or their friends or the end of their sphere, but I didn't do that. I picked people, just people at a certain age. That I think could buy this home. By the way, you can edit this further. You can put demographics. Let's put likely to move. That's a really good one. That one's people that showed a behavior that they're likely to move. House hunting. So I'm kind of building a kind of a gallery of thinking about buying a house. And I could also do net worth. I know I showed this before. Financial, actually, what do you call it? Net worth is what net worth. So I can actually pick a net worth of people. See, I'm not going to pick a net worth of someone that's like 99. I would say this would be, and it's being a little buggy. Okay, so I would say net worth. I would say that it would probably be someone that would be around 100,000, at least $100,000 net worth, that could buy that place. Okay, this is actually probably a little more tailored, that show they're likely to move. They're over 30 years old. They're over $100,000 in net worth. They're interested in buying a house hunt. They show that they're likely to move. Save that. So that's an audience, and I can actually name that audience so I can use it again sometimes. Here's the details of that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and boost that. So that wasn't hard. These are the tools, by the way, that Google will not give you. Oh, if you could get better results, let's see, extend duration. Yeah, let's do that. Added $9 for one more day for more people. Okay. Okay, so there we go. I have it connected to my account. So we've now boosted that, and you can see the success we've had in boosting before. So I know I'm talking a lot about Facebook. So, hey, Facebook is where people are at. It's not like I don't want you to use these other tools and post in these different places. I do want you to do that. But I'm just saying, I've had a lot of great success with my clients, getting a lot of clicks, a lot of views, a lot of leads, with not spending a lot of money. This is not spending a lot of money. $45, spent over 7 days to market a listing that's $770,000. That's not a lot. And even this at 380, I've spent $45. This is money well spent. Okay, and okay, so all right. So you could be creative about your calls to action, and you can pick a custom audience like I showed with you. You can boost the post, or you can also place an ad. And sometimes the ad takes a little longer to be able to create, but you can have actually better success if you're willing to take some time and create an ad where you're physically where you're doing this. And so traffic, and then continue, and then I want to go to a website, and then you can set your audience, or you can set one of your saved audiences. You have opportunity to that, and then you can set your budget. Try not to do more than $5 a day, unless you're really hot and heavy where you've got an open house, or you really need to get the home sold. But in this way, you can actually create different types of ads. Okay, so to save audience, and then I'm kind of just going through this really quickly so I get to the part to show you where you can create an ad. The biggest success I've had is with creating carousel ads. Okay, and that is obviously you need to be logged into proper Facebook, and then you'll upload your images, and you'll add headlines to them, and they give you a certain description And the cool thing about using the carousel is that you can use multiple photos. Now this one isn't plug and play from RealBird. I would just want to share with you that there's this other option, but you can use your links in here, which you link back to, because when you link back to, you're going to upload images with headlines and calls to action in the carousel. The destination URL, this is where you would grab like this listing here on the website here.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to have to exit the webinar,
okay.
but you can just finish it.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Now you can only see Gabe, who's going to leave, actually, because I'm Eric on the screen.
And you can put another one. You have a version of that listing on your website. You can do that. You can see it's already pre-filled some of the images. I'm just going to put it in twice, but you can use a different one if you want. And then what you'll do is you'll go back through those images, right? There's these different images, and you want to trade out. You know, like see image, select image. So what you have to do is you have to upload it first, and then you'll be able to select it. Then you can very quickly build it. These ads do really, really well. The cool thing about doing more than one photo in a carousel ad is Facebook will test to see which ones get viewed, because they'll put a varied amount of them in front of different people, and the ones that end up getting clicked on more, or getting better response or interaction, they'll actually show that one more. So in a way, they're like your companion. Facebook wants you to be successful. They don't want you. They want you to have a good experience so that you'll come back again and spend your money. Okay. So to consider it that way. Any of you that haven't set up your SMS, I recommend you do it. You can do all kinds of cool things where you can set up the SMS to go pretty much wherever you want, not even to a page within your website. Here with Susan, we have hers linked to her website, and then also to her featured listings on her website as well, to show what home she sold. This is one of the benefits. And to those of you that are new to RealBird, I will let you know, because we're drawing to a close with our webinar here today. If you're not a member of RealBird, they have a offer that's available that you can actually try these tools for 7 days, trial for free for new members. Just email them support@RealBird for a special link, and then you'll be able to try these awesome tools for 7 days. Maybe you can get some leads before you have to pay RealBird. So those of you, I think most of you who are with us today are already RealBird members. And by the way, we hope you come back. We have these webinars twice a month. I find coming back and learning it gives you fresh ideas on how to market yourself and how to distinguish yourself from other agents. Most agents that you're competing with in your markets are not doing these things, and hopefully you'll take the time to do that yourself, to be able to do that. So, see any question. Let's see if I can see any questions that didn't get answered. All right, let me see. I'll give you a pitch for my help. I find a lot of folks, a lot of people that I work with in my consultancy business is at agentwebcoach.com, is a lot of RealBird clients that need help putting all the parts together. I'll put my information right here if you don't mind. And if you want to contact me, I'd be happy to help you put these parts together. Some of these people need help with getting the website up and going, or just to put a plan together, protocol together for their listings, so that they can be consistent and have confidence when you go out in the marketplace. I'll go ahead and put my information in there. And then feel free, if you want an assessment of where you are with your tools, I'm happy to help you out with that. I've been doing training here with RealBird as a guest trainer for over 10 years, and I've helped a lot of RealBird people become successful and kind of put all the parts together, even those parts that aren't RealBird, that aren't your website, and kind of help you put it together. I'll be happy to connect with anybody that needs help with that. Okay, are there any further questions? I know we probably overwhelmed you with all the tools we talked about. I wanted to mention that the SMS tool, okay, is an add-on, which means it's additionally to what you're paying RealBird. You'll need to go and set it up. It takes about 20 minutes. Over here in the tutorials, there, when you log into your website, you'll see that there is a place in here that talks about how to set up your SMS for that. That's actually the link is in here. Let me go back here for yeah. So SMS. Yeah, here we go. So these are some of the ways that you can use it. Right. Hers I've already set up. So otherwise, if you don't have it set up, it'll have a place. It'll have a link in here where how to set up your SMS link through Twilio. And you want to make sure that you pay $1 extra a month so that you can have one that matches your area code, so that when people are texting to your number, they won't think it's like, what is that, Florida? And I'm in Pennsylvania. That doesn't quite work. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming to our webinar here today. Hopefully you learned a lot. I do every time. And I've been doing this for, like I say, for over 10 years, and I'm still learning. That's the nature of the RealBird. It's always flying and always sharing great stuff. Thanks everybody for coming to the webinar here today, and have a great week. We'd love to have you back. Like I say, we do these every couple of weeks. You can always go to you don't have to even log into your website. Just go click at the top RealBird webinars and you see the next one's happening. We're going to be talking about video next week, kind of exciting stuff. Actually, not next week. It's on November 10th. That's where you can register. We want to up your game. We want you to be the best agents in a marketplace so that you can dominate, be ahead of your competition, have confidence when you go out and slay the dragon and get that business, lock down those listings, and generate leads. Be successful. Have a great week, and we'll be together again on November the 10th. Please come back and join us. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.